I moved 33 times by the time I was 15 years old. I was probably like five years old when probably my first conscious understanding that there was something wrong. And then because it was an overwhelming barrage of every kind of abuse that could happen to a person was happening to me. The kids didn't understand me. We were the weirdos. I always got bullied. It was rough. It was rough. Well, early adulthood, I had some similar experiences, and I got myself into really not so great situations with people. I didn't know how to set boundaries with people. I met my first husband. I actually met him while I was on duty. I had gone, I was living in Minnesota at the time, and I was on duty in California for a couple of weeks. And I met this man, and we hit it off. We became fast friends, and that's just how you do it. As a military brat, you may have friends like this.
Yeah.
Like, I never got into any abusive, like physically abusive relationships with men, but they were kind of more manipulative, more emotionally manipulative, and kind of playing on some of that. But he was a pathological liar, and he just preyed on all of my female friends, and it was pretty bad. Yeah. And so when I told him to leave the next day, I felt completely different. And for a long while, I really identified with the word witch, and I said that I was a witch. And I was performing with fire and doing some circusy types of things. And then I started doing burlesque. And I had always grown up thinking I was ugly and misshapen and all kinds of just completely maladaptive ways of seeing myself. Just dysphoria, a lot of dysphoria. Then one day I took my dog for our walk, and it was unseasonably warm. It was like summertime. It was so beautiful. People were playing basketball. There were kids everywhere. The place was jam-packed with people. And there was a shooting across the street. Everyone in the park and across the street and everywhere hit the ground. Everyone was flat on the ground except for me, holding my dog on leash. I could hear it, the bullet, and feel it. Like, it just went so close to my face. It just whizzed past me. And it sounded just like it sounds in the movies. And I stood there for a moment, and then we went home, but I knew God had done something. He was getting my attention. And then I continued to wake up every day with a new scripture in my head. And I hadn't picked up a Bible for more than 30 years, probably like 35 years, if not longer than that. And so then I'm on this great scavenger hunt in the Bible, basically looking for Jesus, and I'm finding him everywhere. And then through that process, I start to give up all the money. I gave up the lifestyle. I gave up the renown, this whole like being an icon. I feel like I have such an amazing relationship with Jesus. I have gained a father. I've had a father, but not just a father, also a mother, which was unexpected. So he's the loving parent that I never really had. I mean, Jesus is my everything now. Every time I feel like I come to the end of myself, he's there. And so in a way that my past does not define me, yeah, it's Jesus who defines me now. And he's the one who gives me purpose. I can tell you that growing up, I was not made to feel worthy, quite the opposite. I was directly told that I was not worth anything. That has changed since I met Jesus because he makes me worthy. Because he makes me worthy. Because he came to me with all the things that I have done. And he said, "You are mine. I want you."
And not only that, but I want you, and you're gonna come over here and you're gonna work for me. That's pretty worthy, you know?